The April community today in Pokemon Go is going to be Togetic. Yes, Togetic is finally here. My prediction came right, so we're going to break down all the details and the top tips to help you guys start getting prepped, because we only have less than a month. So welcome to the Trader Club. Here we go! Togetic Comm Day is going down on April 15th, which is going to be a Saturday from 2 until 5 p.m. local time. So you guys are going to have to know all the details, which are going to include some bonuses, which are going to be increased spawns. The bonus of the event is going to be 1/4 incubator distance. So we are going to be able to maximize out here, which I am going to help you guys prep for to get a lot of Stardust for this day. There's going to be 3-hour incenses and 3-hour lure modules, all lure modules except the golden lure modules, which I will also talk about in a tip that's going to help you guys out. There's going to be 2 times catch candy and 2 times the likelihood of getting XL candy when catching Pokemon. There will be 1 additional special trade per day, and you're going to get 50% reduction on all trades made during this day, which is going to go from 2 all the way until 10 p.m. And there's going to be a featured attack, as always, that will be Aura Sphere, which is quite crazy. That is a very powerful fighting move, which is going to go on to Togekiss, which is going to make this Pokemon actually quite crazy. And Togetic will be the spawn of the Pokemon going on in the wild, which is going to be the shiny. And think about back to Roselia. I did anticipate this was going to come. If you guys do want to check out my video where I predict all the 2023 Comm Days, I did say that Togetic was going to be one of them. This will have Togepi hatching from eggs during this event, which can obviously be a shiny. That will be the only way to get the baby form of this Pokemon. It will be Togetic, and then the evolution obviously will happen into Togekiss. And with Togepi hatching from 2-kilometer eggs, they are saying that this Togepi is not going to be the only Pokemon hatching from 2-kilometer eggs, which is slightly a bummer, but it will have the same chances of being shiny as Togetic is having in the wild. So if you do not have a shiny Togepi, this is going to be your day to be able to get this. Wow, this is going to be a fun time. And then there's going to be bonus raids going from 5 until 10 p.m. For an additional 5 hours, you can do a raid, which is going to be a 4-star raid, which is going to be Togetic. It will be much stronger than a typical Togetic coming from a raid. And when you do this raid, you will be able to get a spawn in 300 meters around the gym, as we have seen with Togetics. There will not be any of the bonuses after this event going on during this time. However, this Pokemon will be spawning with the same shiny rates as during the straight regular Comm Day. So if you do want to get extra of these Pokemon in the shiny, because Togetic is actually a pretty rare Pokemon at that, you will be able to. And there's going to be the field research as always, which obviously when we get closer to that date, I will have a more advanced prep guide, and then I will also have the best of the best to see if Togetic is going to be worth powering up with the new Aura Sphere. Is it going to be good for it? And then also we will check out if the dollar storyline is going to be worth it. So definitely have the notifications turned on for my channel to make sure that you guys are going to get all that info. And then there's going to be that, like I talked about, $1 storyline that is going to be called Spreading the Cheer. And this is going to be the shiny family, which I think is quite cool. Let me know what you guys think about the shiny Togetic, Togepi, as well as Togekiss being a part of Comm Day. And then also, if you guys do have any flower crowns, you will be able to evolve them, and they will be able to get the moveset as well. So that's going to be all the details. Additionally, one more thing, there will be stickers going on, but let's start getting into some top prep tips to help you guys max out, where we will talk about the 1/4 incubator distance bonus, as well as other things such as the Pokemon that we are going to need to catch this Pokemon for better XL candy. Starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is going to be the balls and everything leading up to this event. So this event is focusing on 1/4 egg hatch distance, but for me, Togetic is a relatively rare Pokemon. It's a pretty decent fairy type attacker, not the best, but also it is a pretty decent meta relevant GBL Pokemon. So for this Pokemon, I'm going to go in with as many ball count as possible. I am going to suggest that you guys go in with at least 1,000 of Great and Ultra Balls, preferably as many Ultra Balls as possible, because that will help you catch these Pokemon the fastest. You won't have to worry about it breaking out and then going on from there. So that's going to be very important. Not only that, you guys are going to want to have as much candy as possible, so I would suggest going in with at least 300 pineapple berries, which you guys can check out if you do. Not only that, what else I'm going to suggest is clearing out your bag. Going in with at least 1,000, yes I said it, 1,000 space in your bag if you do have quite a bit of bag space bought up. But if you have a condensed bag and a condensed item bag, because you're not really a pay-to-play player, you're really going to have to go through and have the maximum amount of space by eliminating any Pokemon that you do not need, that you're not going to want XL candy for trades. That's not a leverage trade. It's not a valuable Pokemon. Maybe you have 50 Noibat shinies. Nobody's asking for shiny Noibats and lucky trades anymore. You guys can go ahead and transfer some of those for sure. And then as far as the items go, you guys are definitely going to want to have as many incubators as possible. So if we start going gyms every single day from here all the way there, you will have built up quite a bit of Pokecoins if you are not a pay-to-play player. And even if you are a pay-to-play player, having additional Pokecoins for this is going to be very important. So what I would suggest doing is getting with some people in your local community. You can find them on Campfire, local Facebook groups, Discord groups. Ask around when you are in local areas and get these people. What you're going to want to do is find somebody on a different team. You are going to have one player be at one gym, take it over in the morning, put their Pokemon in. Another player do it at the other gym in a different team. You're going to say, hey, at, let's just say 8 p.m., we're going to go and kick each other out. As long as you've been in the gym for at least 8 hours and 30 minutes to be safe, you will be able to get your 50 coins per day. What you're going to do is go to your other player's gym, take it down, kick them out. They're going to get their coins for the day. Then you switch gyms, and then you keep going back and forth each and every day. Don't do it in the downtown areas. Do it more in the suburbs, more remote, more of like the out of the beaten path gym. You can have multiple people go to those gyms and fill them up, so they're not as likely to get taken down easily because there's just one Pokemon sitting in there. And by doing that strategy, you will almost, if you're in the right place, it's not a competitive gym, guarantee yourself 50 coins per day, which is going to add up towards those incubators and help you out, which is then going to lead us into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is going to be about going into this event with 12-kilometer eggs. I want to put this in your head, guys, just in case that you are going after these Team Rockets coming up in the next event. But also speaking, obviously we're still quite a bit out. It depends how many eggs you hatch. If you don't hatch a lot of eggs, you want to wait, definitely do so. But going in with 12-kilometer eggs is very important because it can get you just around 100,000 Stardust on a star piece. So you are going to need 12 incubators for this, and you are going to need incubators for the 2-kilometer eggs to get Togepi, because I'm going to assume some of you guys are going to be hatching for that as well. So it's going to be important to maximize out on all of these details here. So stocking up 12-kilometer eggs, beating all these rocket grunts, and then having them ready to go. As soon as the event starts, you put them all on incubators. You can hatch them if you're using super incubators for 2 kilometers, which is insane to be able to get all that Stardust for that short of distance. And not only that, the other thing I'm going to recommend for you guys is stacking up on friendship bonus, because friendship bonus, if you think about it, even though you are not going to be having a catch XP, but putting on 1 lucky egg and hitting a bunch of friends on Comm Day is very easy, because maybe not all your friends are playing every single day. Maybe they're not all hardcore, but most people play on Comm Day. So if you can build up friendship up until that day, stack it up and hit it all at the same time, it's going to really help you out and maximize out on efficiency for you guys if you're not doing it on a daily basis, which most of us probably aren't, which is then going to lead us into tip number 3. Tip number 3 is I'm going to suggest you guys do play in a good area. So getting together with some friends, getting to an area that's really good. You can check out the community ambassador programs, which I think is very important, and things like that. But not only that, we're going to talk about the mega level 3s, because I want you guys to make sure you fully maximize. So Togetic is going to be a fairy and a flying type Pokemon. So there's multiple Pokemon here that we can use to be able to get this, but you have to have a mega level 3 to get the most XL candy possible out of this day. So the Pokemon that we can use at mega level 3, and if you have any of them, you can just be like, take a sigh of relief and be like, okay, I'm good. But don't forget to keep stocking up on these mega level 3s to have all of the typings. In my preferential experience, you'll have 3, yes, I said it, 3 of each of the typings all the way. And it doesn't have to come from the same Pokemon. You could have fire covered by Charizard and Houndoom and have 2 Charizards and 1 Houndoom. That would work in that case scenario. The other Pokemon that you can have is going to be Mega Pidgeot. You can have Mega Aerodactyl. You can have Mega Gardevoir, Mega Altaria, and then also you can have Mega Salamence. So any of these Pokemon are going to be sufficient, but as long as you have at least one of these as a Mega level 3, that is going to be good. And a lot of these Pokemon that I did mention are going to be quite good. A lot of them do have multi-purposed 2 typings, which why I think is very important, because you can use them for 2 different types of Pokemon. And like, let's say there's an event where there's dragons and fairies, which we have had in the past spawning, and you use the Altaria, it's going to cover both of those typings. So Togetic Comm Day, I'm very excited about it. Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate you guys tuning in as always. To all of my likers, comments, and subscribers, Patreon members, everybody takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm going to see you guys out in the next video. Peace.
I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.